Hello there. In this video, we're going to be going over a few of the stretches and exercises that are designed to help correct posture that has been affected by being in seated positions for long periods of time, potentially over the course of several years. So let's begin. The first stretch is our chest stretch. Go ahead and find a wall or a door frame. You're going to place the wrist on the edge of the door frame or the wall. You're going to go ahead and take one foot, step forward, other one slightly back. You're going to rotate at the hips, keeping the chest up, head turning the direction that you're rotating your body, and hold. Next stretch is our shoulder stretch. We're going to go ahead and perform this in two variations. The first is a kneeling variation. We'll go ahead and use something like a folded towel. You're going to place that on the floor in front of you. Then you're going to go ahead and place your knees down on the towel. From there, you're going to go ahead and place your wrist or the base of the palm on the edge of the counter. Let your hips fall back and your chest fall forward. We'll just sit in the stretch for about 30 to 60 seconds. When you're done, you'll go ahead and slowly come out of the stretch there. The other variation can be performed against a wall. We perform very similar, palms on the wall, hips fall back, chest comes down, light bend in the knees, and hold. Next is our IYT exercise. We'll go ahead and grab an exercise ball, lay the stomach and hips against the ball, arms come out straight in front of you. Then you're going to go ahead and lift the arms up in front of you as far as you can without arching the lower back or bending the elbows. I will shortly begin to show you the different variations from a frontal view, remembering that we're going to perform a I formation, a Y, and a T formation, coming back until we feel our shoulder blades come together at the top of the movement. As mentioned, we'll go ahead and look at the I formation coming straight out in front of you, hands about shoulder distance. Y, slightly wider, same thing, arms coming straight back. And then T, with the thumbs rotated back behind you, allowing the chest to rise and shoulder blades to come back. Next is our Superman hold. We're going to go ahead and lay down on our stomach, get comfortable. We're going to bring our arms out to the side, rotating our thumbs backwards, turning the shoulders open. We're going to lift the legs and arms off the ground. We're not going to let the head fall. We're going to tuck the chin, keeping our spine nice and straight, and then we're going to hold the position for 30 to 60 seconds. The next exercise is called a plank hold. You go ahead and lay on your stomach. We're going to do an assisted variation first, going on the knees. You're going to place your forearms down, use the stomach muscles to lift your hips off the ground, holding your feet up, and hold 30 to 60 seconds. Then slowly return to the ground once you're done with the hold. The other variation is a full plank, toes to the ground, hips up off the ground, don't arch back, tuck the hips in, core engaged, and hold for 30 to 60 seconds, slowly lowering yourself when you're done. Next is a hip flexor stretch. We're going to go ahead, go down our knees, one leg steps forward, keeping the chest up. We're going to shift our hips forward till we feel a stretch on the front of the hip of the back leg. We're going to go ahead and just hold this position for about 30 to 60 seconds. Advanced variation, you could reach your arm over the head and lean to the side of the front leg. Now remember, when you're coming out of the stretch, come out nice and slowly, then we'll go ahead and get the other side. Next is our pigeon pose stretch. We're going to go into an all fours position. You're going to take one leg, straighten it back, cross the leg underneath, Then you're going to go ahead and place the back leg down and slide back. And we're just going to hold this position for 30 to 60 seconds, relaxing down. If this is hard to hold, you can actually come up onto your hands to release a little bit of tension on the hips. Remember, once you're done with the stretch, come out of it nice and slowly, then we'll go ahead and perform the same thing on the other side. Next is our hamstring stretch. We can go ahead and place our feet shoulder distance apart, hands on the thighs. Then you're going to slowly allow your hips to come back, relaxing your upper body down, letting your hands come towards your feet, relaxing the head, neck, and back. You should have a little bend in the knees, not a large one, right? Slight bend. You should feel a nice stretch in the hamstrings. Hold for about 30 seconds. Next, we have our quadruped exercise. We're going to get in a tabletop position, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. You're going to get your right arm and your left leg, lift them off the ground, keeping the core tight, spine straight. You're going to reach all the way out, arm by the ear, leg fully extended, controlling nice steady motions back and forth. Then you'll go ahead, switch sides. It'll be the left hand and right knee come up, full extension, keeping the core engaged, reaching the arm out by the ear and the full extension on the leg. The next exercise is our glute bridge. You'll go ahead and find a surface. You could use the edge of a couch, or if you have a plyo box, you're going to place your shoulder blades at the edge of the object, and your feet are going to become shoulder distance apart, tucked kind of close to the hips. You're going to push through your heels, driving your hips up towards the ceiling. You should feel a contraction in the glutes, the butt, and we're going to allow our head and chest to come back as we drive our hips up. Our slow, controlled motions, tapping the floor and then driving the hips up. Our last exercise is a crab walk. You'll need an exercise band for this. You're going to go ahead and space your feet shoulder distance, hips come back, chest stays up, core engaged. You're going to push through the heel, keeping the toes straight forward, taking steps side to side. So from the front angle, pushing through the heel, toes stay straight forward, chest stays up, core's engaged. We should feel the glute muscles.
And that concludes our video tutorial. So I recommend performing this minimum of 2 times a week, ideally 3 times a week, alternating every other day. And over time, we should begin to start to see some improvement in that posture, getting those shoulders back and getting those hips more aligned. That way we can help reduce some fatigue, we can reduce some pain, discomfort, and improve our movement patterns, which we can use then in our workouts. So enjoy the video, and hope we get you those results you're looking for.